From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Hey folks, good afternoon. Hope you've had a nice Saturday so far. Taking a look at conditions across the area right now, looking at the satellite here. You do notice that marine layer burned off really pretty quickly. Still some spots out there in Humboldt County. That'll be gone soon. You do notice as well in Siskiyou County, a few areas, some cumulus bubbling up along the mountains, right? Especially Mount Shasta itself. Boom, check that out there. However, I'm starting to steer away from the idea of convection further east. I think there's a little less instability. Still, it's possible, but honestly, I think we're kind of steering away from that. Siskiyou County has the better shot, and maybe a few of those rumbles of thunder if some, convection can get going and establish a thunderstorm. Right now, out here in the valley, we'll be in the upper 90s. Same for eastern Humboldt, Trinity County as well. Mid to upper 80s is the story for the rest of us out here. That'll be true for tomorrow as well, right? In fact, taking a look at the extended term futurecast, there you go. You saw a few areas of bubbling convection tomorrow. So this weekend, today and tomorrow, is the best shot at that. However, I'm thinking we're going to be dry through Monday, through Tuesday, through the work week. And I think that's going to be just one facet of a two-part trend in this next work week, which is going to be the heat wave, right? Notice you see those, clouds kind of clearing out as we head towards the end of the week. We're going to be well above average as far as temperatures are concerned as we head into this first and the middle portion of the second week of August. You do notice a little bit of a cool blip up to our northeast, but hey, we're pretty much on the bullseye of this well above average warming trend here. So let's take a look, see what that looks like on the 7-day forecast here. Fresh from the Weather NorCal Command Center. There you go. You can see exactly what I'm talking about. Even on the coast, we're getting in on that warming trend, right? So when you see that trend on the coast, which is typically the most stable microclimate, you kind of get a sense of what we're looking at. Those upper 60s will be back by the end of the week. A little further inland, we'll be back to the upper 90s by that time frame there. And in fact, tomorrow will be lower 80s. So you can really see that 15 or so degree change upwards over about a 5-day period. Trinity County, Weaverville, same story. Notice 89 tomorrow, about mid-90s today, but we'll be back probably near triple digits by Thursday or Friday. I'm thinking Thursday or Friday is going to be that time where we really start to see that heat take back hold in a more meaningful way. Mount Shasta City, of course, there's that scattered chance of some rumbles of thunder through today and tomorrow. And, I can't rule that out in like Modoc County, for example, maybe portions of Lassen County, but I would say most of us are going to be dry out there. Main story, again, is that heat. Notice we stay in the lower 80s, maybe upper 80s today, but for the next couple of days, lower 80s in Mount Shasta City, back to the lower 90s by Friday or so, probably into next weekend as well. Turris and Modoc County is the same story. Notice those 90s coming back in here. I'd say, again, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In the valley, hey, this is where you really see those triple digits creep on back. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think we have a pretty good shot at those. Of course, better shot, as usual, in Redding, Shasta County. That's where we usually pull up that heat and see those higher temperatures, even if it is just by a couple of degrees. But still, the trend is true for all of us. Midweek and beyond, that is when the heat returns.